So hey everyone, this is Amit from Computer Generated, and today we will create this heated metal type of effect in Blender. And I've seen on YouTube that no one has created any video about this kind of effect. So like if I go on YouTube, you can see that there is only this one video about this effect, but it's too old, 6 years ago, and the version of Blender here is the 2.71, and we are using 2.9. So I think that there's a lot of change between these two versions, especially for the user interface because it has changed a lot. And another video, but it's not from Blender, so just forget about this. And as I scroll down, you can see that there is no other video about this kind of effect, so I decided to make one. So yeah, let's start. And another thing that this is the basic shader of this effect, and it's very basic, it's very simple. So just watch the whole video, and you will also learn how to make this exact shader. So now let's start a new file. Okay, so now we're in a new scene, and let's first delete this plane, and let's add a default cube. And let me first make this in a biscuit shape so we can see the effect on it much better. Okay, now we have created our basic mesh, and now we will move to the shading section because we can't do the shading here. So up right here, click on this shading, and now we are in the shading area, and here we will make our shader. But before that, let's give our object a basic material. So just click on this new, and it will give it a basic material. And what I mean from basic material is that from this, it called principal BSDF. So from this principal BSDF, you can call it as a master material, like a king material, because with the help of this, you can actually create some basic materials that you see in your everyday life, like glass, metal, plastic, gold, and many more. Like suppose you have an object in your scene, and you want that object to be a metal. So how you can make that object a metal? It's very easy. Just come right here and increase this metallic value, and it will look like a metal. Although it does not look like a metal right now because this doesn't have any reflection like this sphere, because in real world every other object has some kind of reflection, but in our case our object doesn't have any reflection. So how we can give it a reflection? It is also easy. So just like this metallic value, just come right here, and where it is roughness, so just decrease this value, and it will give it a a shininess on it. Okay, so now you can see that it is shining and it is looking like a metal, not a realistic metal, but it's a very basic one. So just like this, if you want it to be a glass, so you can also do that. So just decrease this metallic value and come down here, and now where it is transmission, so just increase this transmission value, and it will look like a glass. Okay, so these are some of the basic ones, and I know that there are a couple more, but I'm not going to talk about them in this video. But these are the basic ones, and these are the ones that you will use most of your time and in most of your projects. Okay, now enough of that. Let's start make our heated metal shader. But before that, let's take some real world reference, because it is very important to take some real world reference before making or creating anything in 3D, because it is very important. Uh, like whenever we make something in 3D, we think that we know everything, like from the length, width, height, but trust me, we actually miss so many things, so many small details uh, when we just do the whole work from our imagination. So it's a very good practice to keep a certain amount of real world reference. So now let's take some real world reference, that how an actual heated metal looks in real life. So let's just go to Google. Okay, now in this photo we can see that we can take a look at couple of things, like for example, the first and the main thing is that it doesn't contain only one color. It has a mixture of like three or four colors. Like from here you can see it is red, and then in the middle of it has some bit of orange color or a little bit of yellow color, and at last it has a pure white color. So basically it has a mixture of like three or more colors, but in our case our object only has like one color. So we also need to give it like three or more colors. So that's the first point, and the second point is that you can see a very good amount of blending transition between all of these colors. Like any of these colors don't leave any sharp visible line where it ends and meets to another color. Like for example, let me show you in a new tab. Okay, so in this photo we can tell that there are these six photos, and all of these are leaving a very visible sharp line where they end and meet each other. Like for example, take this blue one. It is starting from here, but at the end where it ends, we can actually tell that it is leaving a very sharp line, and it is ending here, and starting a new color. But whereas in this photo we cannot tell this thing because there is a very slight good amount of transition, a blending transition between all the colors, and that's the second point that we need to know before making our shader. Okay, so now let's go back to Blender. Okay, so now we are in Blender again, and now we will start making our heated metal shader. So press Shift A and search gradient texture. Okay, so now we have our gradient texture, but before using it, I want to talk about these two sockets, yellow and white. So they both do the same work. They both contain the color data, but the key difference here is this yellow one, this only contains the color data for all the colors, and this white one, this only contains the color data for the black and white value. So that's the main difference. So now just take this yellow socket and plug this into this base color, yellow to yellow. Okay, now we have these two colors, and we also have this good transition between these two colors. Now the only thing which we need is just two more sliders, because if we see in the real photo, we have these four colors, a mix up of these four colors. Just forget about this white. We only need these three colors, so we only just make these three colors. So the first one is yellow, and the second one is orange, and the third one is red. Okay, so now let's add a color ramp, and from this we are going to make those three colors. So just put it right here. And again, we can't connect this noise texture directly to this color ramp. We have to mix two of these. Like for example, if I take this and try to connect this, you can see that now this is leaving this gradient texture, and if I plug this gradient texture, now this is leaving this noise texture. But we don't want this. We want to mix both of these and then connect to this color ramp. So for mixing these, press Shift A and search here mix RGB, and just put it right here, and take the gradient texture node to the first socket and then the noise texture node to the second socket, and set this blending mode to multiply, and also take another color ramp, and this time put it between this noise texture and this big shader. And now if I just move this slider further, you can see that we can start seeing our black marks clearly, much clearer than before. So just like this, and also set this interpolation mode to B-spline. And also you can play with the size of these black marks from here. So this is a scale, and if I increase it, you can see that they are getting smaller, and if I decrease this, they are getting bigger. So that is a perfect value, I think, according to me, 6 for this scene. And okay, so we are almost done, and the one more thing we need is an actual metal texture, because this black color is not looking good. So we will replace it with the actual metal texture. So search here an image texture, and now just like before, we can't connect this image texture directly to this base color like principal BSTF. So we have to mix this with this color ramp. So again, just copy this, and for copy anything, just select that node and press Shift D. It will make a copy of this, copy of that, and now just put it right here, and take this image texture node to the first socket and color ramp node to the second socket. And now just bring your metal texture, and to make it more clear, take this color ramp socket and this illusion, animation element, animation of shader node is better. It's like it is actually looking like animal. And you can see that this background seems to be disappearing. So that's what we want. And we increase the resolution a little bit, and we decrease this too much, because then it will start losing the details and it will become more vibrant. So that's not what we want. So again, just keep this at 5 or 6 or 5. Okay, so now we can see that it is looking much better than before. We have to further manipulate details, like we can add some nice placement here, and it will look like a molded metal, like a hammer slashed on it. And that's it for this tutorial. So I hope you like this tutorial, and if you like this, just press that like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more upcoming videos. And yeah, that's enough for this. So I'll meet you in the next video. Bye.